Segment 2, Sonny Hirsch's special election show. We're doing 5 or 6 of them at least, so go to Sonny's website at ntnm.org to be able to check them out. Everything's going to be on YouTube at, also Sonny Hirsch's site, but you can go to ntnm.org, Sonny's website, to be able to find them. I'm Avi Meyers. I'm publisher of Jewish Chicago, which is now on the streets, available free. Over 60,000 of you are going to be checking it out, the paper, as well as countless thousands on the web, and the numbers keep increasing exponentially over the years. So anyway, we hope you're checking it out, and if the papers are gone, please check the website. Go to Sonny's site at ntnm.org, and you'll be able to find everything you need to know about the shows. The judicial community has really embraced us. We're actually interviewing 14 different people today, and 12 of them are judges or people running for judges. And our next guest is somebody who's been on before, a very likable individual, and somebody who comes with very, very good qualifications. He is presently a sitting judge, and he is running for judge of the circuit court, and I'll let him tell you more. And that's Judge Kevin Horan.
Thank you, Avi. How are you?
Did I get that right?
Back. Perfect.
Terrific.
Yeah, very
and
good.
first of all, thank you so much for being here. So why don't you tell us about your background?
Well, after I graduated from Marquette undergraduate, I went to DePaul Law School. After that, I then worked with the Cook County State's Attorney's Office in the Criminal Division for 8 years. And then after that time, for the next 23 years, I worked with Phil Rock's law firm, Rock, Fusco, and Garvey.
Oh, the former president of the Senate.
Yeah, he actually has the longest running terms as the Illinois State Senate president.
Wow. So, boy, that's a name I haven't... Well, actually, you mentioned it last time, so I haven't heard it since you were on the show last time.
So the first 8 years, I was handling criminal matters, and then for the next 23 years, I was doing civil litigation. And I was fortunate enough to have worked with some wonderful partners and against some excellent attorneys, and worked in almost every division within the Circuit Court of Cook County.
Oh, so that's terrific. You definitely have an all-around background.
Yeah, and I feel that's a benefit, not only for the clients that I had while I was practicing law, but for any presiding judge or chief judge. I have the ability, I believe, to just fit right into whatever division or assignment I would be assigned to.
Very good. And when did you become a judge?
I was sworn in November 1st, 2010, so a little over 15 months.
And what kind of courtroom were you assigned to initially?
I was assigned initially to the traffic division. I'm still assigned to the traffic division, but within the last couple of months, I've been able to go to other courtrooms within the 1st Municipal District, including forcible entry and detainer, contract and torts actions under $50,000, post-judgment collection issues. So I've been getting a nice variety of work.
Now it sounds like it, and how do you like it?
It's a great job. I think, I'm not sure who said it best, but I think it's true that people feel best when they're serving others. And that's the way I feel. I think that I'm fortunate enough to be in the position of a judge where all of the judges are serving the public. The public comes into court asking for a fair shake and looking for justice. And that's what we've been able to do. And I feel I've been able to do that over the last 15 months.
No, it sounds good. And listen, you considering what's involved in running, I don't think a lot of people realize what a campaign is like, because you're not able to do things the way a regular politician is. You can't ask people for money, and yourself, and and judges aren't going to raise that kind of money. Like if somebody's a certain kind of legislative official, they can basically get bought and paid for by special interests who will fund them, and unfortunately does happen, especially in my neighborhood, unfortunately. But it's a whole different deal. So how do you go about letting people know that you're running and who you are and all the rest of it?
It's with shows like yourself and people like yourself to be able to get the word out, because it is very difficult. And people, the judges are at the last part of the ballot, and it's difficult for people to know exactly what the judges, who they are and what they stand for. So once we're able to get on shows like yourself and get our name in the community, as many ways as possible, trying to make public appearances. And as you say, we can't talk about cases that appear in front of us, but we're still in a position to state what our experience is.
Now, a lot of people, for all the people that aren't registered in the first place and for all the people that don't vote, of those who vote, 40% never touch the judicial side of the ballot. And I would recommend to people to start on the judicial side of the ballot and work your way up from there. Because, I mean, you're going to affect, a judge can affect a person's freedom, their livelihood, the mortgage on their house, they could take it away, divorce, children. There's a wide range of areas that a judge can have more effect on a person's life than any other elected public official.
There's no question about it. It's an awesome responsibility, and I think it's a responsibility that should be kept into the hands of the voting public.
No, absolutely, and no, that's very important. There's no question about it. So how many events do you go to in a given night?
Well, it seems like I've been going to one event a night,
Yeah.
but some nights I'll do 2 and 3 events. It's not out of the question.
And how do you find out about these things?
Well, I've hired campaign staff, Granger Terry, who's done an excellent
Granger
job.
Terry, there. You know what? You've got a top organization working for you. Those are, Phil and Caitlin. They're great people.
Yes, they are, and so they are able to keep me abreast of all the situations. I'm fortunate enough to work with some great judges who are in the same position as I, and so we all kind of tell everybody else where the various functions are.
No, that's good because you kind of wonder about a network. I know that the last shoot we had of the 11 guests we had, 10 of them were judicial candidates, and of those 10 that were running countywide, which was 8 of them, all 8 were going to an event in the western suburbs that night, the same event.
Right. Yeah, I'm leaving here and going to an event in Calumet City.
Oh,
So
that's
I'm
a
going
schlep.
from one side of the county to the other.
Yeah, that's very close to my. I was born in South Chicago, and that's where my dad had his business. So I went to South Shore from there. But no, when my dad had his place at 88th and Commercial, there were 3 family businesses there. And I'm familiar with Calumet City.
Yeah, it's a great part of the city.
Definitely, and good luck over there. It's this is a big county. I guess are you finding going to places you've never been before?
Of course, yeah. I've lived in Cook County my entire life, other than the time I went away to school, and I never realized how big the county is until I started driving it on a regular basis.
It's huge, and by the way, it's interesting because in this particular shoot, some people are coming here from Rolling Meadows Courthouse, some people are coming from Maywood, some people are coming from downtown, some are coming from 26th and Cal. What courthouse do you usually go to?
I've been assigned to the Daily Center downtown.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. So the drive here wasn't bad at all.
Now, do you take the outer drive?
I did today.
That was the way to go.
Yeah.
So the thing is, even if the Edens is running well, approaching from the west, there's so many, because of the sanitary canal, you can only get through on Devon and Toohey, so it really bottles things up for people coming in from the
especially
west.
at this time.
So definitely. So anyway, you've got your campaign staff, the events, all the rest of it. You have a website?
Yes, it's info.judgehorn.com, I believe.
Well, that'd be your email.
Email. The website.
I don't have my glasses on.
www.judgehorn.com.
So that's Horan.
Correct.
And people can interact with you there?
Yes, and I have a Facebook site that can be accessed.
Oh, that's right.
on the
We're
site.
Facebook friends, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the cool things for people don't know, they should friend me. They should friend Judge Horan on Facebook. Is when I do the shows, it's like if I'm typing in that you're going to be a guest on the show, when I type your name, there's a thing on the bottom that comes up in blue that'll have your name there. I click on it, and that way there's notification on your site that I've been talking about you, as well as when the video is going to be out on YouTube. I'll also send it to you also, so people can check your Facebook site and see it, as well as check my Facebook site and see it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
So I love the social media. I really, I never thought I'd get into that kind of stuff, but I got to say, it's almost cut out for me.
I'm still a little bit of a caveman when it comes to operating these systems, but they are definitely advantageous.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you've got the right people at Granger Terry to be able to help you fully utilize it, because those guys really understand what they're doing, and they really do a terrific job.
They sure do.
So once again, we're talking about www.judgehoran.com, and it's info@judgehoran.com. If you'd like to contact our guest, Judge Kevin Horan, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I want to wish you a lot of luck in the election.
I appreciate it. I'll be running from the Fassard vacancy, and so I'd appreciate any consideration.
And your punch number?
I don't have that yet.
Okay.
I know they're out, but...
Well, you know what? you'll look for the name Horan. It's not the same as it used to be, so it should work. Anyway, thanks so much. Next segment.